All right, what's good, YouTube? It's Shin, and today I'm coming to you from the Circa, where I'm checking out 8 East for the first time. This restaurant has so much high praise, and I'm super excited to check it out. Let's head on inside. All right, everyone, so here we are seated at 8 East at the Circa. What a super cool restaurant. You definitely have a really nice mix of modern and traditional in here. Lots of wood pieces, as well as neon lighting. A very fun vibe. Now, I've heard so many great things about 8 East, and I'm super excited to eat here. Let's take a look at what they've got to eat, starting with the drink menu. So here is your cocktail menu at 8 East. Feel free to take a pause in the video if you would like to take a closer look at these drinks here. But you got your cocktails, lots of interesting names here, like the Rosemary Smash and the Heart of Pina. Here are your whiskey flights. Lots of whiskeys here, tequila as well. Here's your sake list. This is a little hard to see. All right, anything on the back here? Yep. Here is your draft beers, as well as your cans and bottles. Your non-Asian beers down here. Looks like we also have some craft cider here. Give you a better view. Here's your red wine list, as well as your white wine list. Yeah, very nice. And your sparklings. There's your drink list. Not a bad looking drink menu. Let's go ahead and take a look at what they've got to eat next. And here is your menu here at 8 East. It starts with some small plates on the front. Oh, mabo tofu, one of my favorites here. Stir-fried green beans. Oh, we got some yakitori here. Some dumplings. Oh yeah, this is looking really great. A lot of nice items. Let's go and flip it over to the other side. Additional small plates, things like musubi bites, salt and pepper wings. Oh, this is looking fantastic. Sizzling shrimp, this looks great. We have some entrees here. Looks like some sizzling noodles, brisket fried rice. I know this is something they're very popular for. Dan dan noodles, oh, pad thai, this looks excellent. We have some teapots and French press, some coffee for you and tea, as well as some desserts. Oh, honey toast, I'm such a big fan of that. Oh, this is looking really great. Now, I am super excited about this menu, and my sister is here to help me along with the food today. And you know how it goes in my videos. Every restaurant's a buffet if you're willing to pay. So I'm gonna get my order in, and I'll see you in a little bit when our first round arrives. All right, everyone, and my first round of food is here, and this is looking so good. Let me go and give you a view. I got the mabo tofu as well as some stir-fried green beans. I got both their chicken yakitori as well as their Thai beef jerky and a duck roll. This is all looking and smelling incredible. I could not wait to give it a try. Alrighty, first up, the Thai beef jerky. Nice long strips of beef here, and you would not believe the incredible aroma coming off of this. I'm so excited. Oh my gosh, that is terrific. A little bit tougher strip of meat, but I think that's actually by design. With jerky in the title, you know they're kind of going for that chew. The marinade is absolutely delicious. A really great play on both spicy and sweet and savory. It's a bit garlicky from the sriracha in there. Such a beautiful blend of flavors. I'm really a fan of this one. All right, next up, the green beans. Now you can get these green beans with a choice of ground pork or chicken, and this is looking really good. Time to give it a taste. Oh yeah, that tastes great. The green beans have an unbelievable crunch. They've been blanched perfectly. Now there is a nice spice level here coming from the Szechuan oil that it's been cooked in. The ground pork here is the perfect accent to these green beans. It's nice and fatty, has a great chew, and provides a great salty accent flavor. It's been tossed in a slightly sweet sauce as well, rounding out the bite. So far, the balance is off the charts. I'm loving this dish. All right, next up, we're gonna try the duck roll. Nice sliced cucumber on top with what looks like some spicy seasonings. And you can see it's definitely duck. It's very fatty underneath and oily. This is looking really good. Let's give it a taste. Yes, that's very tasty. There's a really nice cook on that wrapper, leading to a soft rice paper texture. The duck inside is so unbelievably rich and fatty, and it's well marinated in a hoisin sauce, providing a ton of great sweetness. The cucumber provides a little bit of cooling at the end of the bite, and it all balances together very well. I'm a big fan. All right, next up, the chicken yakitori skewers. I absolutely love chicken yakitori skewers. Ton of Japanese influence here. Really excited for this one. Oh yeah, that's really nice. The fear with any yakitori is that you leave it on the grill for too long and the meat completely dries out. Not the case here at 8 East. You still have a very juicy chicken here. You absolutely get that charcoal grill flavor, nice smokiness coming from that. And there's a nice salty sweet marinade that's been applied here, very akin to a teriyaki sauce. Really well done. I'm definitely liking the chicken skewers. Alrighty, and the last thing to try from this first round is gonna be the mabo tofu. Now this is a very interesting mabo tofu. It's a giant block of tofu at the bottom that you have to break up yourself. Let's go ahead and get some on this rice here. And I gotta tell you, this is one of my favorite foods, so hopefully it's good here at 8 East. Definitely have a ton of mixed feelings about this one. It's not that it tastes bad, but it doesn't taste like mabo tofu. It's not spicy at all. The heat levels are way underneath what I want from a mabo tofu. The tofu itself is a lot firmer than I also prefer in a mabo tofu as well. The gravy is incredibly savory. I will say it's not a bad flavor, but it's just not mabo tofu. Going into it, I had a lot of expectations, and when they weren't met, I would say I wasn't all that happy. But if you take away your expectations and take this kind of as a very savory pork-flavored tofu dish, it is relatively good. However, if you promise me mabo tofu and I don't get mabo tofu, it does make me a bit sad. All right, everyone, and that's the first round of food here at 8 East. If this is a precursor of what's to come for the rest of the night, I'm in for a treat. I'm gonna go ahead and work on this and take a bit to go. I'll see you in a little bit when our second round arrives. All right, everyone, and my second round is here, and this is looking really good. Let me give you a view. Now here, we've got the ginger chicken dumplings as well as their short rib dumplings. I got an order of their pork belly bao as well as their Tokyo crepe. This is looking really good. Let's give it all a taste. Alrighty, first up, the short rib dumplings. Now you can get these dumplings pan-fried or steamed. I opted for pan-fried today. The exterior cook here looks fantastic. Let's give it a try. Oh yeah, that's tasty. Really nice cook on the dumpling skin here. It's got a great crisp and a very mild rice flavor. This is a very meaty dumpling. You can see it's completely stuffed and packed with that short rib. Now I will say there's a lot of ginger in the recipe that's leading to a bit of a bite. And it's compounded with this horseradish cream that's adding an additional heat. I think it actually does lead to a little more kick than I was expecting, flirting with the line of being a little imbalanced. But in general, I will say I like the quality of the ingredients here, and it was a good execution. In general, very tasty. Alrighty, next up, the chicken dumpling. Again, we got these pan-fried and another beautiful crispy looking exterior here. Let's give it a shot. Oh yeah, that's tasty. Again, I have no complaints on the dumpling skin here. Really great execution. I'll say the chicken dumplings aren't as meaty as the short rib ones, but it's been well packed with some cabbage. And similar to the short rib dumplings, there's a ton of ginger here as well. However, unlike that short rib dumpling where the horseradish sauce was only amplifying that heat and that kick, the nice sweet soy vinaigrette here actually provides a really great balance. You get the bite from the ginger, you get that nice umami from the soy, and then a really nice sweetness at the end from that sauce. This particular dumpling is more balanced for me. I like this one over the short rib. Alrighty, next up is the Tokyo crepe. Now this is a vegetarian dish with sauteed mushrooms and tofu, and it looks like it's the same wrapper that the duck roll came in. Let's see how this stacks up. Now to me, I'd say that's only okay. I do like the wrapper, still a really nice texture there, and still imparting that mild rice flavor. Texturally, I'm not a fan of this dish. A lot of the mushrooms in the center as well as that tofu share the same texture as the skin, so you don't really have a play there. The overall flavor profile does lean sweet, also enhanced by that soy glaze. There's a little bit of mayonnaise in here that is providing some richness, and that richness is definitely helping because the rest of the flavors are much more spongy and earthy. I will say that the flavor actually rounds out very nicely. A lot of those elements do come better together, but texturally, I'm not a huge fan of this dish. Alrighty, and last up from this round is gonna be the pork belly bao. Ton of salad on the top of this, and a nice fluffy feeling bao here. Let's give it a shot. You know, I'd say that's just okay. Unfortunately, I'm not a huge fan of the bao here. While it is very soft, it's also incredibly dense. Most of my chewing time I found trying to break down the bao in my mouth, as opposed to really chewing into that pork. On that note, the pork is relatively dry, although it does have a nice robust flavor. It's unfortunate because you definitely want a little bit of additional richness coming from that pork. The slaw here is certainly fresh and a lot of great sweet Asian flavors. Really great sugar and vinegar levels in that slaw. And they've used just enough sesame to give it a bit of nuttiness that's really nice. I will say though, I think I prefer a slightly less dense bao, and I really do want some more richer pork in here. All things considered though, not bad. All right, I'd say not a bad round there. We're gonna go ahead and work on this and take it to go because we've got another round of food coming. Don't go anywhere, I'll be right back. All right, everyone, and our third round of food is here, and this is looking incredible. Let me go and give you a view. We got the salt and Szechuan pepper chicken wings as well as the popcorn chicken skin. We got their sizzling shrimp and the super famous brisket fried rice. This is all looking really good. I cannot wait to give it a taste. Alrighty, first up, the sizzling shrimp. I gotta tell you, this smells absolutely insanely good. I'm salivating already for this one. Oh my gosh, that is so good. Really nice succulent shrimp there. They've got such a great chew. Full of that nice shrimp flavor. I really like the quality. There is a ton of garlic and butter in this sauce, giving such a delicious richness. But it's really this Thai-inspired sauce that's absolutely incredible. A little bit sweet, kinda nutty, with just a hint of spice on the tail end. It's rich and viscous, and it's incredibly delicious. I think that might actually rank for my favorite dish of the day so far. Alrighty, next up, the salt and Szechuan pepper chicken wings. Now, I'm not gonna lie to you guys, these are some pretty dinky wings. Not a ton of meat to these. Chicken must have gone on a diet before they brought them to me. But really what it comes down to is the taste. Let's see how these stack up. You know what, not bad. They did a really great job on the cook. Super crispy skin here, and it's still juicy in the center. The seasoning is simple but generous. I really love the flavoring here, and that Szechuan pepper really gives a nice kick. My only real complaint is that the chicken wings here are so dinky. You just don't get a lot of meat from the bite. If these chicken wings were about 50% plumper, these would be incredible. Alrighty, next up, the popcorn chicken skins. Nice color on this. It feels super crispy. Let's give it a try. You know, I'd say those are just okay. Unfortunately, I'd say these are pretty one-dimensional, not a very complex flavor. They did do a decent fry job, a really nice crisp, and you certainly get the fattiness of the skin. And although these are well seasoned, I would say the seasoning doesn't actually distinguish the flavors very well from that fry flavor of the skin. I think these can serve well as a snack along with a beer, but for your actual meal, if you want something chicken related, I would definitely go with those skewers or the wings. All right, and the last bite of food today is the brisket fried rice. Now, 8 East is very well known for their brisket fried rice, so I had to try it today. I mean, everything looks good from the get-go. Let's give it a try. Oh yeah, very tasty. The brisket here is so incredibly tender, and it actually leans sweet. There's something very reminiscent of a barbecue sauce here, but much more Asian leaning. It's a beautiful, rich sweetness right up front. It's almost like a slightly spicy, less sweet ketchup. The fried rice here is excellent. It has a really nice texture. It's not gummy or sticky, and leads to a very satisfying bite. It's salty, definitely has a nice hit of umami, and this is actually what true fusion flavors can come together to taste like. I'm a big fan. I can see why this dish is so popular. All right, everyone, we're gonna go ahead and continue working on a little bit of this and take the rest to go because we're getting really full. It's time for some desserts. Don't go anywhere. Sweets are coming up next. All right, everyone, and our dessert is here, and this looks so good. Let me go and give you a view. We got the honey toast. Now, this is a toasted brioche that's served with honey, sweet condensed milk, and candied walnuts. Also added a scoop of ice cream because it just sounded right. And let's give it a taste. Oh my goodness, that is so good. This is an absolutely incredible dessert. Someone is gonna have to come and clean my brains off the floor. My mind is blown. The brioche bun here has a really nice toasty exterior that's been candied, but the inside is so incredibly fluffy you would not believe it. When I tell you it's airy inside, you might as well be on a plane flying through the skies. I absolutely love the natural sweetness that's coming from the honey applied here, and that condensed milk gives another rich layer of sweet as well. The candied walnuts provide that nice earthy nuttiness, and the vanilla ice cream is so smooth and rich. This legitimately might be one of the best desserts I've ever had. It's so good. All right, everyone, and that does it for my dinner here at 8 East at the Circa. Now, our meal came out to $241 today before tip, although not shown was my Diet Coke as well as the hot tea that my sister got. I can definitely see why 8 East has such a great reputation. We really enjoyed our dinner. My favorite dishes of the night was the Thai beef jerky as well as that sizzling shrimp, and the brisket fried rice definitely has earned its popularity. It's really good. But I gotta say, that honey toast left a huge impression on me. I was so happy with that. Now, I gotta say, 8 East is a fantastic restaurant here in downtown Las Vegas. If you're looking for some good eats, this is definitely a destination. Now, I gotta tell you, I am really enjoying trying all of these new restaurants in downtown Las Vegas that I've never been to, and the exploration continues next week. I thank you so much for joining me, and I'll see you next Saturday. Bye.